Here's how learning how to fuel properly has completely changed my marathon experience. In my first 2 marathons, I severely underestimated the amount of carbs that I needed per hour during a race. I overlooked this element and I assumed that having 1 gel every 7 kilometers would be fine. Not only is this way under what I needed, but it's also a completely wrong way of looking at it. You shouldn't be doing your gels based off of distance, you should be doing them based off of time. If you end up running slower than planned, you shouldn't have your gels further apart. You should still be having your gels at consistent time intervals. Somehow in that first race that I did, I managed to run a sub 3, but when I'm looking back at this, it's complete pure luck that I did not hit the wall. My next marathon though was an absolute disaster where I was redlining during the race. I wasn't able to digest the carbs that I was taking in and I ended up hitting a brutal wall at 35 kilometers and ended up collapsing at 40 kilometers and DNFing. My last 2 marathons, I've taken a smarter, more scientific approach and my experience has been completely different. Understanding how many carbs I needed per hour. So for me, it's about 75 to 80 grams of carbs per hour. And then working backwards from that to create your strategy is the best way to do this. So for me, it's having a gel that has 25 grams of carbs in it every 20 minutes during the race. And that totals out to be about 8 gels for me during the course of a marathon. Since I adopted this strategy, my experience in the second half of a race, especially that last 10 to 12 kilometers, has been completely different. Now, don't get me wrong, the back end of a marathon is always tough. Naturally, it has to be. But for me, the wall has been non-existent. I've actually been able to negative split and finish really strong in my last 2 marathons. Whereas in my first 2 marathons, the last 12 kilometers, my brain was going foggy, my legs felt like stone, and it was just absolutely brutal. You really feel the difference if you fuel properly at the start and throughout the race. You can take huge chunks out of your time if you do this correctly. So go figure out how many carbs you need per hour during a race, practice this in your training, and then go execute on race day. Let's go.